Is that kind of bright?
I mean, whatever.
All right. I am here with two of these cats that I met recently, but let me let you know that they've been in the hip-hop game. They're pretty much staples as far as the nerdcore movement goes. I want to introduce you, if you don't know, to the man. Both these cats, Megaran and Kmurdock. They're here at Tomcats in Fort Worth, making the Texas leg of the tour, I guess, to round out Texas.
Yep.
And, man, first of all, you know, for my viewers out there, kind of tell me about, Megaran, how did you get into, as far as your music goes? How did you kind of create your own lane, man?
Wow, it just came from being, a big fan of hip hop, and of course, from the '90s, and just being a guy that grew up amongst a lot of great movements happening, and just wanting to be a part of it. So, I began rapping in the '90s. Kind of, began to take it seriously in the, mid 2000s. Just got myself into a studio and became an engineer, and then from there just learned how to record and mix my own music, and created a project that I felt was it was really what I wanted to say at the time. It was just kind of a spiritual, political, conscious, people call it underground or backpack type project, and it was just really what I wanted to speak about. So did that, and then just kind of found myself in the midst of a lot of other people who were doing the same thing. I was a member of a lot of cliques that were doing the same thing, and it just came down to me trying to stand out a little bit. And so I decided to experiment and do a side project by sampling some video games that I liked, and Megaman was it. And so we called the album Megaran. I sent it out to a lot of people, including this guy who worked at satellite radio and had a really dope show that I listened to all the time. And so I just sent it to people, just hoping they would, just listen and give me a chance. And luckily a lot of people did, and that opened up a lot of doors through licensing deals with Capcom and playing like comic conventions and things that I didn't even know existed or were possible, just all through trying something new and getting on the internet, and just hoping letting the music spread and kind of do what it did, so.
For sure.
That's my story.
That's for sure. Well, man, you've done a lot, dude. You've traveled all over the world here. You've been in Paris. You've been in Japan, dude. You've been, places where a lot of artists, when they go to sleep at night, they dream about that. And you've actually done this, but the one thing about yourself is that you've kept things grounded within yourself. You stay true to who you are, and I guess that's why you hooked up with this other individual on the side here by the name of Kmurdock, who is a fantastic producer on his own right, who's produced Forever Famicom as well as the downloadable content. You guys are on the third one now. Am I right?
The last one.
Okay, the last one. Kay, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, Forever Famicom. It's crazy how that started, because to piggyback off what Rand was saying, he sent me a CD back in like 2006. He sent me 2 CDs, The Call, which he was talking about, his first album, which is more of the quote-unquote underground album, which I liked. But I think it was when I heard the other CD he sent me, which is the Megaran project, that it stood out, because I never heard anything like that before. I mean, I'd heard some people rap over video game stuff, but it just was on a whole nother level. It was a dope concept, and I hit him back. And the crazy thing is, I wasn't even gonna play it at first, because when I saw the cover, I was like, "Oh, Black Mega Man," I was like, "Come on, son!" But it was dope. It was dope, and that I'd always wanted to kind of do something like Forever Famicom, and it was gonna be an instrumental project. And when I met Rand, I think that's why I was like, "Would you be interested in trying to do some collaborative kind of thing with this?" And the rest is history. Here we are.
That's dope. Well, I know for a lot of artists out there, as speaking for myself, Rand, I know it's good to see other African American artists that are pushing movements and pushing things that traditionally a lot of artists haven't seen us in. So I know, how does it, you being a teacher, how does that relate as far as you teaching the youth, you teaching other people how to kind of be themselves? Is that something that you find important, and is that something that you kind of push forward to as an artist, and now and in the future as well?
Well, I didn't even expect that to be a thing, even this whole music thing, but just being a teacher, you learn that the best teachers are the best students. That can learn things from other people, watch the way things happen, and adjust. And that's really what came down to. And I think my teacher background kind of had a lot to do with that. I was able to adjust with the climate of where I saw music going and where I saw a lot of things going, and just being able to try something new and step into a new place, you know, without any fear. And I think that's what happened. And a lot of even my students tell me, because I resigned from teaching a couple years ago, and they tell me that you're still teaching because you're showing us to do what you love and do the things you care about and give them the utmost effort. And that's really what it comes down to. And I think I would like to get people to give their all to the things they love, and that's really what the Megaran message is, if nothing else, is just to go hard, because you just never know.
That's true, man, and you know, definitely it's something that you know, a lot of the people that we speak to in our site are folks that are just like you, that had a dream. You know, they're trying to make it and they're trying to carve their own path. And I think that's one thing that you guys do really well. So as far as what's next for Kmurdock, Megaran, what do you guys got in store as far as new? Because the DLC, that's pretty much done. Am I correct? That's done. That's finished.
It's in the post-production.
Okay, post-production phase.
Yeah, it's all finished up. I really like the way it came out. There's some great beats, some great guests. It's going to be really awesome. 7 tracks that I'm really in love with. That's going to drop before the end of the year.
Okay.
So be on the lookout for that. I just been working overtime, man. I just finished a project with Richie Branson called Goose and Ghost 2. Just finished a project with Mr. Wilson called Blur Bomber, which is about Sonic and Mega Man's comic book series. And I'm working on my next full length. I just started. I'm about 2 or 3 tracks into it. I got a title and I got a vibe, but I got nothing else, so I won't say anything else about that. But,
no sneak peek on the title.
No sneak peek on that yet. I'm still thinking.
Right.
But yeah, man, I'm working on a lot of things, man. Just staying busy and staying focused is really the best thing you can do. You know, playing your moves ahead of time, as I was saying a little earlier, is just because you wind up stuck if you don't. You know, you hit a wall and it's like, ooh, what do I do now? That way you got to plan your moves ahead like chess, you know, and just keep going.
One last question for you, and this is something I've been wanting to ask you. The comic book, how did that formulate? And I mean, is it, you know, I guess, has the first issue come out? Are you planning to do a series? You want to kind of?
Yes, there's the first issue out. I sell it at shows occasionally when I have it. I can't keep it. It's a very, very hot seller.
All right.
But the Kickstarter backers got that. There is a second issue in the works. That's being updated kind of intermittently, maybe about once every 2 to 3 weeks on the comics site, which is j1studios.com. j1studios.com. Awesome artist Jason Richardson is doing the penciling for it, and it looks amazing. So I think we're up to about 20 pages now. So just be on the lookout for the rest of that, man. It's going to be amazing. And when that's done, we're going to create a big compendium, like a big, you know, the big graphic novel, and package it all up with a hardcover.
Do it manga style.
We got to do it, you know, we got to do it right, because that's the way I remember comic books when I was young. So that is going to happen still. It's an ongoing thing. So make sure you check it out on J1 Studios.
Wonderful. Congratulations, Kay, on the engagement.
Thank you, man.
Congratulations, first of all. What you got coming up yourself, my man?
I think, but now that the year is kind of winding down, I think 2014, I talked to Random about doing like another kind of album, video game project, but this time not sampling other stuff that's been out, but doing some more original kind of sounding stuff, like 8 to 16-bit sounding stuff, so that we can actually license it and just like not worry about someone being like, hey, you know, heard too many horror stories of people coming after the fact. So, and then I'm going to try to do another, some people may know me from another group I produced called Panacea.
Absolutely.
So I'm finally trying to get Raw Poetical. He's finally getting me, talking me back into doing another record. So we'll do
that's awesome.
6th or 7th, 6th studio album. Yeah.
Okay,
so,
okay.
And next year is our 10-year anniversary as a group, so it's kind of a big year. So it's probably about that time, you know.
Wonderful. And yeah, you got it's craziness out here right now. Motorcycles is riding by, they excited because both these cats are here right now. They're about to shoot out some fireworks. It's about to be ignorant in here. Also, you know, you forgot to mention a special project as well by an artist by the name of Tech Force.
Oh, that
doing some stuff with
production on, right?
Yeah. With hopefully with Megaran here if his schedule opens up in 2015. We'll see what happens.
2015.
That's wild out. But yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I know if K's behind it,
So-
then I know it'll be top notch. So big shout out to Tech Force, and I'm really excited to hear what he's got going on.
Appreciate it. Well, once again, man, I thank you guys for taking the time to sit here and you know, talk to my viewers out there. Let them know what you guys are about. You're doing music right. You're doing video games right, and you're showing folks what it's really like to have a passion. And you guys keep doing what you're doing because you make it good for cats like me and other ones. Somebody that's sitting at home right now that's 13 years old that's wondering what they can do. So I appreciate it. And y'all give your last minute shouts out.
Oh man, shouts to everybody listening and viewing, of course. Man, everybody that's been hitting us up on the tour, all the folks back home, back in Philly and Phoenix, Writers Guild. Just again, anybody that's listening to the music, that's telling friends about the music. We love you, thank you, and continue to support, and we'll continue to be there for you.
All right.
And Rand summed it all up. So I just say, just stay tuned. Lots of good music on deck. And just, I don't know, you know, be yourself, and just keep, stay tuned in.
All right.
We're in the same thing, but basically, you are.
That's how we do it. Megaran, Kmurdock, we out.
Peace.